Lot 7 and Lot 8, 22-3 is the one that Levi's got hooked up. They're kind of the smoky colored one there on the far side, if you will. And then Dash 4 is kind of the little gilt there in the corner that loves our carpet, and we'll talk about her here in just a little bit. But top shelf, Gladiator, cold water.
She should have loved her mama's teat a little bit more
Yeah.
instead of the carpet. But Dash 3 hooked up here follows the same lines as her two mates that were in here just before, probably with a little more punch today, just in terms of just a little more extra shape up high, in my opinion. Her build and her pattern and her proportions are very, very similar. Still real feminine out in front of her blade. I was asking Bryce, I commented to Bryce, I guess, here in between pins, these top shelves have a very unique look out in front of their blade, especially within this breed. And this gilt is looks like a high rent animal to me. I mean, you can't see it probably on the camera, but I'm sitting here looking at how big her toes are, and just her build is very, very good to have all the extras that she has. I think that's a very, very neat animal. There she goes. So maybe not as dense hind-legged as the Dash 1 gilt, but still, I mean, when their feet are that big and their ankles that big, I don't think it's ever going to be an issue. But, man, when she goes, whew, that one looks pretty good. Dash 4, still trying to find some milk over there. But if she'll kind of get out and get going, I mean, the nice thing about the national NJSA shows is you show by weight nowadays instead of age, so to speak, or weight within age. And that would be to this one's benefit, I guess. But, long term, I bet she catches her mates. I mean, this one's got some exotic pieces. I mean, that is a neat-looking critter with a round rib cage and a lot of shape up high. I don't think she probably wants to cooperate and necessarily show herself off, but she's given up some pounds, but she's not giving up any quality, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, some differences for sure throughout this one. As he finally gets, it looks like both of them to pull as I finally get to talk. But I think the Dash 3, Dash 4, both very, very good. The Dash 3 gilt reads maybe a little longer bodied than 1 and 2, if you will.
Yeah.
And you talk about foot size and feature. I would probably agree with Brett that probably Dash 1 and Dash 2 hit you a little heavier bone, but man, you look at that one's feet and they are absolutely ginormous at the surface with big, fat, square, dense toes. And that's not even talking about what she has on the upper part of her skeleton from a look standpoint. The little one, Dash 4, a little cuter, a little boxier, but man, you hit it right on the head. Exotic pieces with a cool Berkshire mark, just so jet black, and got some different color patterns there on her legs that are pretty neat. Not wanting to hook up, just great. But we're pretty proud of these 22s. 22-3 is kind of the bigger gilt, and 22-4, a little bit of the smaller one, taking a poo right there in front of the camera. Lot 7 and Lot 8, top shelf Gladiator, cold water.